What is going on, everyone? Absol Clan here, and I just think you guys should know that Pokemon Z, it might be coming in 1 year. Okay, so it's currently like 3 a.m. May 8th, 2014. Yesterday they announced Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire for the Gen 3 remakes for Ruby and Sapphire, and everybody's all excited. I'm very excited for that, and so it got me thinking. This is going to be the third remake. Essentially, we had Fire Red, Leaf Green in Generation 3, and then in Generation 4 we had Heart Gold and Soul Silver. That were remakes of Gen 2, and then the first one was Gen 1. So now we finally have the Gen 3 remake, and then I was thinking, okay, is there any pattern? Because in those years you also get the third release of the main generation game, like Ruby, Sapphire, and then Emerald, and then you have Diamond, Pearl, and then Platinum. And then those years you also had the dual releases of the remakes. So this is all speculation. Don't take it too seriously. I just made a PowerPoint. I don't even know why I made a PowerPoint, to be honest, but anyways, let's go through it. So here's just some rules and disclaimers. It's only speculation. It's just a guy at 3 a.m. Making some theories about, and I have a little bit of evidence. It's not really like solid, like concrete, but there is a little bit of pattern that can be taken, I guess. I don't know, but anyways, I'm only using the Japanese or worldwide release dates. I think worldwide release only applies to Generation 6 for Pokemon X and Y, and then Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And I'm just gonna say Ruby and Sapphire remake, because that's a lot easier for me to say than going through the whole full names. They haven't announced exactly when the remakes for Ruby and Sapphire will be released. To be honest, they haven't really called it a remake. They've called it like a whole new region, all that. But anyways, we're just gonna assume it's remakes. So it's gonna be November 2014, which is about 6 months from now, but no specific date of when in November 2014. So not a precise date. It's just patterns. So don't take it seriously. But maybe you guys would be interested in what I picked up. So let's start off with Generation 3, the first generation where we had a remake, which was Fire Red and Leaf Green, like I mentioned earlier. So the Japanese release date for Ruby and Sapphire, the original ones, was November 21st, 2002. Wow, that's a long time ago. I feel like yesterday for me. Anyways, so that's 434 days and 1 year, 2 months, and 8 days till we get the remakes of Red and Blue, which is Fire Red and Leaf Green, and that's on January 29th, 2004. So about 434 days. And then if you notice, 7 months later, and 18 days, so basically half a month, 7.5, you get the Emerald release, so which is the sequel to Ruby and Sapphire, essentially to Ruby and Sapphire, which is on September 16th, 2004. So if you can start noticing, I mean, it's not exactly like divided by 2, but 434 days, and then divided by 2 approximately, you can do 231. I mean, it's not exact, like you're gonna be over like 20 or something days. So but you have 1 year and 2 months, which is 14 months, and then you have 7 months. So you see a pattern that it's already half. That the third release for the final generation game, I guess you could say, was cut in half. That wait period that you see. So I wanted to see, I mean, that could just be a coincidence. So I went to Generation 4, which interestingly enough, Platinum came before Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I mean, if you just look from the top to the bottom, there was like a long wait between Diamond and Pearl and then Heart Gold and Soul Silver, even though they were both still on the DS. See, Diamond and Pearl came out in 2006, September 28th, and we had to wait about almost 2 years, 1 year and 11 months before Pokemon Platinum came out. Pokemon Platinum came out in September as well, but in 2008, and about 10-15 days earlier than Diamond and Pearl, so September 13th. And then if you notice again, approximately it's like a 1 year off or half off. We have 1 year and 11 months, and then we have just 11 months, so they knocked off a whole year. So 716 and 364, it's about half. Not really. I mean, I'm not gonna be like a calculator. Oh man, it's like an exact number of days, but it's around that pattern that you can see that you don't have to wait as long for the final release of a generation game than you did for the first time. And if you guys think about it, we haven't waited that long for the Ruby and Sapphire remakes. I mean, we just got Pokemon X and Y in October. So it's not been that long. So let's go to Generation 6. So we don't have a specific date for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I just used the last date in November for this year, which is 11/30/2014. So we got X and Y on October 12th, 2013, and then I'm gonna assume we're waiting about 1 year and 1 month and 18 days. That's give and take. I mean, it could be like 11/15, could be 11/30, it could be 1, but just approximately. You can mess with the numbers if you want to make it. And then, so by going by that pattern, that each time it's cut by half the waiting period for the last game, because it makes sense, marketing wise as well. If you think about it, that a console only has so much of a lifespan. I mean, the 3DS is probably going to last longer than the DS and all the other ones, but every console has a lifespan, so you can't make them wait like another year and a month and a year and a month and a year and 11 months for releases. So I mean, even the Pokemon Z hasn't even been confirmed to be even made. I mean, we're pretty much guaranteed it. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna call it Pokemon Z. That's true. That we don't know what they're gonna call it. They could be calling it anything. Pokemon X2 Y2 could come out. We don't know. I just want to give an arbitrary thing that there would be a third release in Generation 6. So that's my main thing. So it would come out in 6 months and 26 days from the release of the remakes of Ruby and Sapphire. So that's approximately that comes out to June 25th, 2015. It could be June 1st or something like that. But when I use the numbers I put in, I just got 6/25, 2015. So it's already May 8th, 2014. So about a year and a month, and that kind of makes sense for everything. A year and a month, like we've seen that before, a year and a month here. And then I'm gonna go back real quick. Did we see it again? Okay, that was a year and 11 months. But a year and 2 months, 7 months. It makes sense that they would wait that amount of time to give us the sequel to X and Y. And if they don't call it Pokemon Z, I mean, I don't know what they're doing, because that makes perfect sense to make it XYZ. But anyways, that's just speculation. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that we're gonna have it in about a year or so, or do you think we're gonna have to wait longer, or do you think that they're gonna come out pretty soon? But here's my conclusions to it. So these are the conclusions, if we can make any, that the final release for a generation is half the wait period of mid-release, which is it makes sense. But Pokemon has not been released in the summertime yet. Look at that. That's November, October, and the date that I'm speculating is in June. So they've never done that before. Like, this is always like Christmas time, or start of school. Like, this is all September, and then this is all and this is for Japanese and worldwide. So if you're coming to America at a different time, like I think in America's had a May release on a Pokemon game before, I don't remember what, but I'm talking about when remakes in Japan and all this. So those specific criteria. This was January 29th was the latest, and then you have September and then November again. So I went too far back. So they haven't had a game in in June. So that could put off my theory a little bit, but maybe not. But yeah, maybe nothing. Maybe there is no conclusion. It's all hogwash. But I just thought people would find it interesting. Maybe other people have any ideas or anything. I'm really excited for the Ruby and Sapphire remakes. I'm so excited, but I also want to get I just want everything at once. I want the sequel to X and Y as well. So I just figured out maybe how long would it take. So go ahead and rate, comment, and subscribe, and join the clan, Absol Clan. And let me know your, like I said before, your opinions, or whether or not I just waste your time. But like I said, it's all like speculation. So see you guys next time.